day.
Not this again. What?
A horse like that must cost as much as a farm.
Look, I just got back. Good day. What would you like?
I heard that you might need a helping hand with the construction.
Me? Who told you that?
The innkeep in Shitaki. Said you were looking for some men there.
Really? I must have been completely under the table. Hiring men, that's none of my business.
So you don't have any work at all? I could do with a few groschen.
Not much on the construction site, but I might have something for you.
What's involved?
Just, a little deal. Don't tell anyone. But I found a treasure map. It was hidden behind a wall in the cellar of the fortress here. Except it's no good to me. It's got some pictures and some scribbling, but I can't make head nor tail of it. The one thing I figured out is that the treasure is supposed to be buried in some mine shaft or something.
A map in a cellar? That sounds awfully suspicious.
I'm telling you the truth. Where else would I get something like this? Buy it, and you'll see it will lead you to treasure.
I don't know. You could have easily stolen it from somewhere. Then I'd buy it from you and get in trouble.
I swear to God it's not stolen. I just have it and don't know what to do with it. Look, take it or leave it. I don't have time to haggle with you here.
And what if you just gave me the map? I promise if I find any treasure, I'll split it with you equally.
And I'm supposed to believe that? No chance. Better a sparrow in the hand than a stuffed pigeon on the roof. Pay me, and all the treasure is yours.
Well, then at least show it to me first.
Nothing of the sort. If I show it to you, you'll remember it and snatch my treasure.
Fine. What do you want for it?
For your mother to cook me a goose and scratch my back. What do you think? Money.
Oh, that's fucking expensive. But still, I'll take it.
Excellent. And don't worry, once you find that buried pot of gold, a handful of groschen will be well worth it.
I hope so.
Take care for now.
Someone again?
We'll get to that. There's a rumor at the inn that his wife cheated on him.
Ever? She praised him like the devil's clock. He's not had. I've been hearing that Sigismund is about to pack his bags and get the hell out of Wittenberg. No one has any idea where he's headed. Some say he'll be leading his entire army to...
Whoa.
Others going back to Hungary with his tail between his legs, where they got better only to tell them.
Maybe next time then, sir.
God be with you.
It's good that he's leaving.
Keep the peace.
No matter what.
like to discuss the price.
Why, you'll convince me with that price? Danke und viel Glück für die Zukunft, mein Herr.
Come and get some fresh mushrooms!
What can you do, sir? Maybe next time, then.
Rye bread doesn't spoil. Come and buy some good bread.
Carrots, parsley, fresh vegetables.
And with you, Oliver. Pancakes, bread rolls, light
Christ.
dark flour, plain flat bread, all fresh and crunchy.
Vegetables, horseradish here.
Whoa, whoa.
My respect.
Greetings. What do you need?
I'm looking for someone, and the innkeeper said you might be able to help.
Is that so? Who is it?
A wandering man at arms. He's a foreigner, a Pole. They call him Adder.
And the innkeeper sent you to me. How nice of him. As if the whole village didn't know already. Now he's going to tell everyone who just walks by. Who are you anyway? Some friend of his?
On the contrary, they sent me to find him. He's a dangerous cutthroat. I have to catch him before he hurts more people.
Christ, is that really so? He's going to murder my old man. He and the other men dragged Ada out of the village, saying they'll kick his ass. But now I'm more worried about them.
I heard you had some affairs with the Pole.
I beg your pardon? Did the innkeeper tell you that? That lying old bastard?
Oh, so it's not true?
Of course it's not. I mean, not that the Pole wasn't interested. He was looking at me all night at the inn, but I avoided him. If my husband noticed anything, I'd be in big trouble. But he got so drunk he fell asleep on the table, and I couldn't wake him up. So I got up and went home alone. Ada must be damn quick, because he beat me home and waited for me at the door.
What did he want? Did he hurt you?
No, and I don't know what he wanted either. He was drunk, and since he doesn't speak our tongue, I couldn't understand him. Then he hiccuped, fell to the ground, and started snoring.
And what happened then?
He's a big man, so I couldn't move him. I just left him sleep there till morning. That's when my husband returned. And when he found him, he threw a fit. He thinks I had something with Ada. Me! Me, who has been loyal to him all these years. If he'd taken one good look at Ada, he'd have seen it wasn't even possible. Ada was still dead drunk in the morning.
I'm sorry, but I couldn't help but notice. Is that bruise from the butcher?
He doesn't mean it. He just doesn't know what he's doing when he's angry.
I'll at least give you something for the pain. Here you go. A potion for the pain. It should help you quickly.
Thank you.
And where will I find your husband, Ada, and the rest?
Outside the village, in the direction of Kuttenberg. There's a lone tree in the middle of the field. You can see it from a distance. They said that's where they'd take him, so that no one can see them.
You said others went with your husband?
Aye, some men from the village.
How many of them?
How should I know? 3? Maybe 4?
And did they have weapons?
They're no soldiers, but they carried axes.
That sounds like even more trouble. I hope we can sort it out peacefully.
Please, tell me they won't get hurt. My old man put them up to it. It's not their fault.
Don't worry. If I can, I want to settle this peacefully. I better go and see your husband. The sooner it's over, the better.
Hurry up, please. See you later, my friend.
Panie, mój Boże, wysłuchaj mnie. Całe życie mordowałem i ruchałem. Więcej razy paliłem kościoły niż byłem u spowiedzi. Wybacz swemu słudze. Wybacz i pozwól mi jeszcze tylko raz wykastrować tych bezbożnych skurwysynów!
Shut up! No one can listen to your damn gibberish!
Twoja baba i tak do końca życia będzie pamiętać o mojej polskiej kiełbasie!
Oh, shut that gob of yours!
Ciebie i twoją matkę piekło pochłonie. Niech was piekło pochłonie!
Wait! Stop!
A co to za kutas?
What do you want? And who the hell are you?
Leave him alone and untie him.
Why would I do that? Do you know what that bastard did?
If you're talking about the rumours in the village, it's all lies. Nothing happened.
You don't know what you're talking about. That whoreson defiled my wife, my Eva, eh? He should be glad we're only going to hang him. If I had my way, we'd castrate him as well.
That scoundrel belongs to the Lord of Suchdal Fort.
What does he want with him?
He defiled the Lord's cook, 2 maids, the captain's wife, and stole a statue of the Madonna from the chapel, over which he then did all kinds of lewd acts. They're building a gallows for him at Suchdal.
But what about me? I want satisfaction too, or at least compensation.
You want to argue with Peter of Pisek's armed men? They're already on their way.
As you wish, she's all yours. But the cow is mine, and she's coming with me.
Oh, fuck.
Małopolscy kurwy! Jebać mnie! Gdybym nie miał chociaż trochę kurczokwiku.
He shows up ever again. If he's got
No
anything
to
in
czemuż
his
tu
noggin,
przylazł?
he's not coming back.
Czego? O kurwa mać. Mało brakowało. Kimkolwiek jesteś, masz krzepę. Ale teraz to sam bym wpierdolił tym gównojadom.
I reckon you want to know who I am, right? I'm Henry. Henry.
Heniek, a dlaczego ty mówisz do mnie jak do głupca?
Yes, that's me. Henry. I was sent by Dry Devil. He's waiting for you at the Devil's Den.
O, żeż kurwa, czart żyje? To jeszcze go nie powiesili? Kurwa, patrz, głupim to szczęście sprzyja. Te kiepy niemyte ciągle się z nas śmieją. Kurwa mać, aż mnie świerzbią ręce. Hej, młody, daj mi jakąś broń.
Bronny... What?
Broń! Rozumiesz?
A weapon? You want me to give you a weapon?
Tak, kurwa!
Well, you don't need a weapon right now. What for?
No jak to kurwa czemu?
You want revenge, right?
No gdzie tam ja? Spójrz na te gębusie. Czyż widziałeś kiedykolwiek człowieka bardziej miłującego pokój?
If you're playing innocent, you're not doing a great job. Maybe I can find you something. Here. You'll have to make do with this.
No pewnie, że wystarczy. Jak chcesz, to mi pomóż. Ale jeśli nie, to zejdź mi z drogi.
All right. I promised I'd bring you back alive. What can I do?
No i mocko, do boju!
Tear you a new arsehole, you fucker!
O, psia mać. To było niezłe mordobicie.
So, are you happy now?
No a jak? Jeszcze sobie poleję na to piwa. Poobracam dorodną dziwkę i będę się, kurwa, czuł jak w raju. Żaden plebs nie będzie ze mną pogrywał. A co z Janoszem? Przecież zostawiłem go tam na pastwę losu.
You mean Janos Uer? I saved him from the pillory a while ago.
O! Złaciutki! Kocham cię. Chodź ze mną. Musimy to opić w czartówce.
As you say, in the Devil's Den. That's where all of us are supposed to meet. Go ahead. I'll meet you there later.
Dobra, to tam się spotkamy. Kurwa, już się nie mogę doczekać jakiegoś ruchanka.
My respect.
over by that flat rock. They didn't look poisonous, but I only took a few to be safe.
I've never heard of those. Are they any good?
That depends. I tried them all when I got back.
I bear news from Sigismund's camp.
I was beginning to worry. Speak. Did you see Peter?
I'm very sorry, but I discovered that Peter is dead.
Peter is... I can't believe it.
I'm afraid it's true. I saw his body, but I had to find him myself. Laszlo didn't tell me a word.
He killed him. That son of a whore killed Peter.
And he lied to my face about it.
That mangy, lying, Hungarian swine. He mustn't get away with it.
What do you want to do?
Get revenge. Avenge Peter. Will you help me?
I've sent a few men like him to hell already. Laszlo won't be an exception.
Thank you. I'll never forget this, but we'll need more men for the job. Many more.
I think I know someone who could give us a hand.
Who?
A band of mercenaries led by Benesh of Wartenberg have settled in the burnt-out village of Messeles.
Do you really think I'm so desperate I would join forces with some mercenary band?
There's 4 of them. And if you pay them, they won't ask any questions.
Fine then. And do you know of anyone else?
Well, I can't think of anyone else at the moment. But maybe someone will occur to me.
All right. Go now. I'll wait here for you.
Good day, sir.
Would you like to throw some dice?
What game would you like to play?
Nice, as it should be.
Let's play.
I hope Lady Luck will be on my side.
I heard you've got a new addition to the family. Is it a boy or a girl?
A bear cub?
Here.
Bear cub. You mean you found it somewhere?
Nah, it's a girl. But she came out all hairy. Like a black lamb.
That can happen. My younger brother was as hairy as Asa when he was born, but the baby will grow out of it soon enough.
I hope so. But at the christening, it'll look like we brought a puppy to church.
Better than having your baby shit in the font. Trust me, I speak from experience.
That's as far as I go. It's yours.
One beer. Taking their time again.
That's enough for me. Your turn.
You're always welcome, good sir.
Huh.
Greetings, sir.
Entschuldigung, ein Bier bitte.
If I know my luck, things will start going sour now. Ha! The money's mine. It was close, but now the badge is mine.
They'll surely fall my way. What game would you like?
Nice.
Let's play.
Service is kind of slow today. Today's my lucky day. I can feel it in my bones.
How so?
You're my mate, but you used to be a real fucker. Fucker.
So what bothered you so much?
Greetings, friend. Well, good day.
Hmm. My God! Oh, come on!
You're always welcome here, good sir.
What's the hold-up, innkeeper?
So that's your plan, is it? Here. Hmm.
At your service, sir.
Kurva! Bloody dice!
Did I tell you about that time I was at the mill?
Aye, about 3 times already.
Bullshit. You haven't heard this one.
Aye, I did. You said the same thing last time.
I'm telling you, you haven't heard this one. Listen up.
I ain't listening to this, not again.
So, you know about the mill.
Let it be now. I want to play too, you know.
Those 3 water sprites and the weir? Aye, you already told me. And about how you were so scared you couldn't get it up.
All right, so you really do remember.
Damn! That's a great start. that. Rotten luck. Corva, that was my favourite one.
At your service, sir.
Hello, Danine.
It happens. Just watch where you're
I'm
going
sorry.
next time.
Wie geht's, mein Herr?
What's new around here?
In letzter Zeit there has been talk of some disputes between the miners in Kuttenberg. Ich weiß nicht, worum es geht, but I hear it has something to do with their traditional archery competition. If you're interested, go and see Foreman Vlach in the Black Horse Tavern. Und noch was. Stimir, the smith, finally found a new apprentice. Also, he will stop moaning to me about how he cannot find anyone who knows one end of a hammer from the other. Wie wenig es braucht, einen Mann glücklich zu machen. And I don't know if you heard, but the forest beyond Old Kutna was on fire.
No, I didn't. I'm not from round here.
We were lucky it rained that day, or the whole forest would have gone up in flames. And with the town being so close, it could have been even worse. Und das ist alles, Junge.
Sounds interesting. Thank you, innkeeper. I'd like to eat and spend the night.
Es ist eine Ehre, mein Herr. And for how long?
I'll be staying longer.
Of course, sir. Will you pay right away?
Let's talk about the price.
Very well then.
No, only because it's you.
You must be from a poor region. Sehr gut. The room's yours. Our beds are clean, and you can eat as much as you'd like, sir.
I'll have a look at your wares. I'd like to discuss the price.
Das könnte gehen.
What would you say to this?
You must be from a poor region. Sehr gut. It's a deal. Danke und viel Glück für die Zukunft, mein Herr. I apologize.
This horse must have cost a pretty groschen.
Go!
Whoa, whoa.
And the colour of the most precious ruby.
I prefer to go where I know. It's hard to find an honest trader these days.
Grüß dich. Was wünschst du?
Show me your wares.
I hope you find what...
Tuscany, the best wine... Good day. What would you like?
What are you doing here, Goodman?
What does it look like? I'm handing out wine from my vineyard.
You're giving it away for free?
My vineyard is new, and the folks in this town are damn stubborn. So I figured I'd pour a cask or two into them, and maybe they'd get a taste for it. What about your good self? Would you like to try it?
Free wine? I'd be a fool to say no to that.
My thoughts exactly, Goodman. Here you are. To your health. I'm curious what you'll think of it.
Are you sure that's wine you poured me? This tastes like... Well, how should I say it?
Forgive me, Goodman, but say no more. In vino veritas, and the truth in my wine is that I'm a fool, an idiot whose wife is cuckolding him, whose children can't stand him, and even the dog pisses in his boots every morning. And my wine tastes like dog piss as well. I never should have bought that damned vineyard. If it wasn't for those fucking monks selling their wine everywhere they can, I might have a chance. Not like this.
Is there anything I could do to help you?
With the dog pissing in my boots? Well, I'm not sure. I tried sticking his snout in it, putting pepper in my boots, and nothing worked. Piss in my boots again the next morning.
I meant your business troubles.
Oh, I see. Maybe you could. If you're not from around here, that is.
No, I'm not.
Allow me to introduce myself. Caspar Rudolph, vineyard owner and a not very successful wine seller.
I'm Henry.
Maybe you could help me, Henry. I'm looking for someone who's not well known in Kuttenberg. Someone who can pretend to be someone else, if you know what I mean.
Sure, why not? If all you need is someone folk won't recognize.
The monks in Setlet's monastery make excellent wine. They call it the monastery secret. People can't get enough of it, and I can't figure out what their secret is. But I intend to find out.
A secret? Well, just the job for me. I'm a bit of an expert when it comes to secrets hidden in monasteries.
The custodian of the monastery vineyard has a relative in town, an innkeeper called Havel. And this Havel is a real know-it-all when it comes to wine. He really likes to boast about it. If you were to pose as a sommelier who's just come back from abroad, I'm sure he'd be happy to talk to you, and maybe he'll reveal something.
That won't be a problem. I've drunk so much wine I know all about it.
Excellent. But I also have this clever book all about wine by Buschek of Velhatitze. I'm sure you'll learn a thing or two from it.
The book might come in handy. Can I borrow it?
When I said I have it, that wasn't, entirely accurate.
What's the truth, then?
The book belongs to me, but I lent it to someone, and she hasn't given it back yet. Miss Adleta Manlicher should have it. I lent it to her during our, let's call it our friendship, which has come to an end.
Didn't you say you're married?
What has that to do with anything?
Oh, I'm sure your wife wouldn't mind if you asked an old girlfriend to return a book you lent her.
Oh dear. Adleta used to have rather more friends than might be expected of a respectable young woman. But her family's patience ran out, so they arranged her marriage and put an end to her dalliances. Since then, Adleta has been confined to her room and guarded like the crown jewels.
And you want me to break in?
Well, yes. Master Swordsmith Manlicher has a house in Lethlilskar Street. Adleta is either locked in her room or walks in the gardens behind the Italian court, where she is guarded by her brother. The Mannlichers don't want any more problems.
It doesn't matter. I'll find a way to get the book back.
Great! Any more questions?
Do you have any idea what this secret might be?
They're monks, so it could be anything. Maybe they put the crushed up bones of saints in it, or they sing hymns to the wine. How should I know?
Do you really think Havel would just tell me the secret? You don't even know if he actually knows it. Or it might just be a rumor.
Havel really is a bit thick. Either the monks have a secret and Havel will tell you, or there's no secret and Havel will confirm it.
I'll get right on it then.
Excellent. And don't forget, making an impression is the main thing. You look like you can handle it. Good luck. See you later, my friend.
Das stinkt zum Himmel. You'll have to knock the price down on these stolen wares. How much do you want for it?
Do you accept?
More. Hey, you'll convince me with that price. Wirst sicher zufrieden sein, mein Freund. verkaufst mir ganz... I won't pay you full How much do you want? Nein, I'm done haggling. Maybe next time then, Henry.
Guten Tag, mein Herr. Du hast Glück. Ich wollte
I'd like to do something about that price.
Was soll's?
What would you say?
You must be... Ja, das finally a good... Danke und viel Glück für die Zukunft, mein Herr.
You're always welcome here, good sir.
Quality goods.
But it's all good now, eh?
Was möchtest du, mein Herr?
What's new around here?
Well, I've heard Schwertmeister Nicholas complaining about some Wettstreit. That is, some unfair competition, if you understand me. It seems some new Schwertmeister came from Frankfurt, and they are hanging around the Merchants' Street and making Ärger. But I do not know anything more about it. Und ich habe auch gehört, some woman wants to fix up the house in the Hopbrink that used to be a bathhouse. Dann versuchen sie. Maybe she will need help. Und das war alles.
Sounds interesting. Thank you, innkeeper.
Excuse
It happens!
me.
Just watch where you're going next time.
Come forward, my friend.
My friend! Greetings!
God bless you.
How are you, my friend?
I'm well, thanks.
Wonderful! I'm celebrating today, you know. There's been a great event, terrific. I have a son, healthy and strong as he should be. A miracle, my man. A miracle.
That's really something. Congratulations.
Thanks, friend. You know, for a long time, me and my wife couldn't... You know, was starting to think something's, wrong with me. Then she started drinking this concoction. Yarrow, sage, and... And wouldn't you know? First try, boom! Belly like a barrel.
Aye, herbs can work wonders. All it took was one decoction.
Work it did, and how? The wife's healthy, so's the baby. That's a joy and a happiness in this day and age. I mean, some people say that bringing children into this godforsaken mess, well, it's practically a sin. Bollocks, if you ask me. There's always a war going on somewhere. There's been no babies born at all. Thinking like that. How about you, friend? You have any young guns?
Not yet. I reckon there's still time enough for that.
Ah, true, true. Shouldn't have kids until you're ready. In your head, I mean. Children are a joy. When they stare up at you with those barely seeing eyes. And when they grab your finger with their tiny little hand, you're hooked. Hooked for good. But what am I babbling on about? Every fellow has to discover that for himself. Well, you take care for now.
You too. And watch your step if you want to get home in one piece.
Farewell, good sir.
Do you need help?
On the market.
I'm sure we can figure it out.
Give me some more time. I'll figure it out.
What? Huh? Is there something you need?
You can't be here.
Door's closing. Last chance.
May God give you health, sir. Good day to you. Good thing you're here.
always welcome here, good sir.
Excuse me.
Feed my family.
Tell me about it.
What?
If you want to complain, go on.
Da kann man nichts machen.
What can you do, sir? Maybe next time, then.
You're always welcome, protected sir. Right. Pardon me.
I'm sorry.
God
bless you.
Greatest evil of all. One called woman.
Everyone
Look
should
like
hear this.
angels on the outside. Good day to you. I was just about to close. You'll have to give. How much do you? You must. Finally. I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
Did you hear the Dirk Stallion? Shagging Nas's old woman.
If you know it, then so does half the town. And that... Councilman Nas
Maybe
as
next
well.
time then, sir.
Innkeeper, a beer.
Hey, innkeeper, that beer!
What did he say?
Apparently my greatest sin is that I have such nice breasts. We'll finish this quickly. That I don't want to show them to him. They have a bit more.
Excuse me. Election's just like it already. And there are still whole diabolical. That's true.
And he tried
But
to
what good
persuade
afford
me
to
to give...
Can I eat and sleep here?
But of course, as you wish, sir. And for how long?
I'd like to stay for a longer time.
Of course, sir. Will you pay right away?
Let's talk about the price.
Very well, then.
Do we have a deal?
That's not enough. Agreed, then. The room's yours. Our beds are clean, and you can eat as much as you'd like, sir.
Where can I find my room?
Easy. You just go upstairs, and immediately on the left, you'll see the door with the green wreath hanging above it.
May God give you health, sir.
Hey, my lovely. Zizka told me you found something out about Liechtenstein.
If only just Liechtenstein. I've only been here a couple of days, but I seem to know everything about this city and its sinful people. And about the Pope, the second Pope, Sigismund, Wenceslas, about the sickness of old men, the desires of young men, who I sometimes have to beat off with a stick. Simply everything. The tavern seems to be the fount of all knowledge.
have to tell me more about the sinning part. That sounds interesting.
You youngsters are all the same. But work before pleasure. After we find Liechtenstein and free Capon, we'll see.
I'll look forward to it. But anyway, about Liechtenstein. Anything new?
Well, there might be something. One of the girls I talked to told me her sweetheart frequents some nasty alehouse. And one of the regulars there recently started buying drinks for the whole house. Which is suspicious, because this fella is practically a beggar. Goatskin, they call him. They asked him where he got the coin, and he boasted that he was spying for some rich lord.
All right. That sounds promising.
Of course, it doesn't have to be Liechtenstein, but there can't be that many rich men who pay spies. And we have to start somewhere.
That's true. And you've spoken to this goatskin fella?
Not yet. I was rather hoping you'd do it. That grubby alehouse is a bit too wild even for me.
Well, if it's too wild even for you, maybe I should be worried.
Well, at least you don't risk being groped by a bunch of lewd, stinking miners.
Well, it's only to be expected after all.
Excuse me?
I mean, I'm sure they don't see nice women like you very often.
Naughty boy. You just make sure nobody robs you there.
Does this place have a name?
I'm not sure if it's a name, but the locals call it the Hole in the Wall.
Sounds like a nice place for a romantic evening, eh?
You'll find it in Hotpring. There's no other alehouse in that quarter.
So goatskin in the hole in the wall. I reckon I'll remember that. I'll go and check it out.
Before you go, I wanted to ask. Nobody ever told me why we're actually looking for this Liechtenstein fella.
He might know where they're holding Capon.
I'm sure lots of people might know that.
But Liechtenstein's on our side. At least I hope he still is. You never know these days.
But who is he? And why is he in Kuttenberg?
He's a young noble from Jobst's council. His family have domains in Moravia and Lower Austria. He's here to gather information about the enemy for Jobst. And judging by how important it was for Istvan to find out where he is, he's a real thorn in their side. And they're out to get him.
So we're getting involved in noble men's schemes again. That means trouble.
But I'll do my best not to get us mixed up in all that.
Sure you will. But it can't be helped. There's a war on, and we have to fight. Watch out for yourself, Henry. I have a bad feeling about that district.
You're not the only one.
You're always welcome here, good sir.
Ale!
Hallo? Bedienung? Ein Bier bitte.
Feeling better?
Oh. Yes, that ointment. Now they only ache when there's a storm.
Handy, isn't it? At least you know when to round up the cattle and gather in the hay.
So what's it gonna be?
When I'm old and infirm, folks will come to me for the weather forecast.
I heard about this fella who always got heartburn just before it snowed. You could team up.
All we need is a bloke who can't get it up when it's going to be sunny, and we'll be the three wise men.
Three cripples, more like.
Do you still have any of your brother's clothes?
Sure. Do you want them?
I need some kind of jacket. I'm supposed to go to a christening and have nothing to wear.
Stop by then. It's not
a bit peckish.
Here you go. Enjoy your meal.
You right there!
What a mess.
We've got enough to go around. Anything you need.
I've got a barrel of ale. You're in need of money, friend.
Aye, true enough. I need to pay the tithe and give something to the church. Hail Mary. What are you doing?
That's beautiful. Like the Garden of Eden.
I must be mad.
A fine day for some fine wear.
You have no... Guten Tag. Was brauchst du?
I'd like to go into the gardens. Why are you on guard here?
I'm afraid my sister is resting in the gardens and doesn't wish to be disturbed.
That's a very fine sword you have, Goodman.
And so it should be. It was made by my father, a master swordsmith.
Well, you can tell it's perfectly balanced at first glance. I may not be able to see the blade, but the way the hilt is fitted is clearly the work of a master craftsman.
It seems you know your stuff, good man.
I'm an apprentice swordsmith.
For someone from Kuttenberg? I'm surprised I haven't seen you before.
No, my master is Martin Menschy from Prague. We're just traveling north. My master wants to deliver a piece in person.
You don't say! Master Menschy is in Kuttenberg? Do you think I could talk to him? I admire his work, and so does my father.
Of course. Come to the Hangman's Halter Tavern. My master will be pleased to have company.
Thanks! If you want to enter the gardens, go ahead. Just keep away from my sister. My father has forbidden her to speak to men.
Don't worry. I'll give you my word as a swordsmith.
Wiedersehen, mein Herr.
Are you Miss Adletta?
That's me. And what is your name, you handsome fellow?
Henry.
A nice name. But I have to warn you, I won't be a miss for much longer. Seeing you here makes me regret that a little, though.
The pleasure's all mine. I'm here on behalf of Caspar Rudolph. It's about the book he lent you.
Caspar? Oh, the poor thing got a proper hiding from my father. How is he?
His vineyards aren't bringing in much, and he's generally not doing too well. That's why I'm here, in fact. Buschek's book may not be the most precious manuscript in the world, but it'll help Caspar.
When we were friends, he gifted me that book. There was no mention of it being on loan, and now he wants it back all of a sudden?
Caspar really needs that book. I mean, I need it.
And I need an explanation. Gifts aren't meant to be taken back.
Caspar wants to find out what the monks put in their monastery wine. Havel the innkeeper might know, but he won't tell just anyone.
Havel from the Emperor Charles Tavern? What does the book have to do with it?
That's the one. I need to pose as a wine connoisseur to pry some information out of Havel. But I don't know much about wine, so I need to read the book. It sounds crazy, I know.
It sounds like the plot of a play. Typical Caspar. And now I'm to be a co-conspirator. I'm glad I can at least be part of this little adventure. I don't get to have much fun otherwise. Here's Caspar's book. Tell him not to give up. I'm sure his plan will work out.
Thank you, miss. I'll tell him what you said.
Farewell, Henry. Never forget me.
My respects. Are you whistling here? My, what a beautiful horse.
You nearly killed me!
Gepriesen sei der Herr.
What's new in the city?
Ja, ich wüsste da was. I happen to be looking for somebody for a special job. But you have to do it quickly and reliably. Das wird sicher nicht leicht. Und das war's?
Sounds interesting. Thank you, innkeeper. What work do you have? I could use a few groschen.
You look like an Haudegen. Tough man. I have work for such, yes? But what of reading? Can you read?
What? If I can read? Of course.
Ach, what is written here?
Very well. That German Geldstück pours short beers and then charges for a full tankard. His whole inn smells like puke, like he himself does. And the food...
Was? What are you saying? It says my tavern is the best in Kuttenberg.
Well, that's not what's written there.
Der verdammte Schreiber. That youngster. Janek the scribbler. I wanted to hang that sign on the door. I gave him 5 beers to write that. 5!
So, what about that job?
Donnerwetter! Na gut. So, listen then. We have a problem in Kuttenberg. We merchants. It's crawling with Sigismund's soldiers, who are nothing but trouble. Not long ago, they started blocking the road to Kuttenberg, and every caravan had to pay a toll. And the merchants either had to find a way around or raise the prices of all their goods. If you are carrying booze, you must pay. Carrying clothes, you pay. Carrying salt,
you pay, I get it. But what do you want me to do about it?
Well, the other merchants and I got a pile of groschen together for whoever can rid us of these soldiers. Would you dare?
And what about the city council? The soldiers don't bother them?
Nein. They just want Sigismund not to notice them, so they can keep stealing everything around here. They are like pigs im Speck, so why would they mind such a minor thing? Everybody is scared shitless these days. You want something done? You must do it yourself.
Wie willst du bezahlen?
And how many of those soldiers are there?
I've never been there. But the wagoners said sometimes 1, sometimes 5. That's all I know.
And what am I supposed to do with them? I'm supposed to take care of them?
That probably will not even be necessary. Those soldiers are guarding the road on orders from King Sigismund. They have some Geleitbrief, safe conduct. I need you to go there. Get that safe conduct and then disappear. Keine Befehle, kein Wegzoll. So, how about it? Will you help us?
Yeah, I'll help. Where can I find these soldiers?
Leave Kuttenberg through the north gate. Then take the road nach Grund. In the middle of the road, you will find a camp. You cannot miss it.
Fine. I'll see if I can talk to them.
Don't be coy. My wares will bring you joy. Still nothing. I'm starting to worry that something happened. He always comes on time. He knows I have customers waiting.
Excuse me.
shy. Quality.
For the love of Christ.
Easy, good horse.
My respect.
I'm looking for a fella called Goatskin. Do you know him?
Aye. But I reckon I ain't gonna tell you nothing.
Why not?
Because I don't know you. Although the way you're kitted out, you seem like you might fit in here.
What was it I wanted? Needs to simmer a bit longer.
I'll fit right in here. After all, I'm in the trade.
Funny, I ain't seen your mug before, though.
No, I ain't from this neck of the woods. I do business mostly out of Chillin, only the catchpoles there are on my heels. I done in this fucker what owed me a pile of glint, only the bugger turns out to be the son of a councillor, so I needs to lay low for a bit, see? A mate of mine sent me to see Goatskin. Says he owes him from way back and he'd get me fixed up like...
One of ours from Colleen. Well, that's another story. Our doors is always open to you fellas. What was it you wanted to know?
I'm looking for Goatskin. I hear he used to come here.
Aye. Thing is, ain't nobody seen him here for a few days.
But he used to come here?
Aye. He was here day in, day out. Only this time some burly lads came here and duffed him up proper.
Next time it'll be even better.
Do you know the men who beat him up?
No. But there were some Jews among them, and that's pretty odd. Seeing as how they don't usually get mixed up in nothing.
Well,
why did they give him such a beating?
too bad.
Did they say anything?
Well, Goatskin is a right knob end. Always asking for it, he is. But I reckon this time it was about his big gob. The last week he was coming, throwing glint around. And when we squeezed him about where he got the coin, he said he was spying for some lord.
And does this lord have a name?
He didn't say. We didn't swallow his yarn about spying anyway. We reckoned he made a score and just wanted to look like a big man.
What happened to Goatskin? Does anyone know where he is now?
No word. But I reckon he's holed up somewhere, licking his wounds. Seems he stuck his nose in a wasp's nest, and he won't be sticking it out again for a while. If you're going to look for him, try it at night. He don't stray far when he's on the job, usually between Hradek and the horse market. He goes after drunks, so I try asking in the local drinking dens.
All right. What does he look like, though? He can't be the only fella who likes to relieve drunks of their purses.
God's truth, but you'll know Goatskin when you see him. They call him that on account of how he got kicked in the head by a goat as a nipper. He's got a dent in his forehead you could use for a game of marbles.
Why didn't you defend Goatskin? Isn't he one of you?
He is and he ain't. I'm no saint, but that Goatskin stepped in some nasty shit and then walked it in our door and all. I ain't saying we don't look out for each other, but there's limits, innit?
I'm sure you know the town better than me. What drinking dens are there on Goatskin's patch?
Between the horse market and Hradek, there's the Black Horse, a miner's tavern, Wayman the taverner used to be a miner, and then there's the big bathhouse. It belongs to some bloke called Adam. He tarted the place up big.
Any others?
None I know.
Thanks. I'll go and look for him.
I wish you luck then. He ain't the brightest, but he's got a real talent for saving his own skin. Once you're done with him, come by and see us. Seems after all you're a pretty handy bloke. We could use the likes of you.
If you've got some job for me, you can tell me straight up. So what kind of work do you have for me?
A job worthy of your skills. But first, just a little test to see that you're not as dim-witted as that arsehole Goatskin. What is Wycliffe's first thesis?
Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven, said our Lord, meaning a return to simplicity.
Wrong. Second question. Which estate has the greatest reformatory potential?
The commoners.
Correct! The Reformation must start from the bottom and ignite like a flame in the hearts of all, so that in the end the Holy Church itself will be set ablaze with purifying fire.
I knew right away that the people who meet here in the hole are a different bunch.
You thought we were just paupers who couldn't count to 5, didn't you? But now let's see who's the pauper. Last question. Who is the rightful king of Bohemia?
What now?
Wenceslas. There's no doubt about it.
Indeed. All right. Now let's talk about the job. Maybe this will disappoint you a little, but it concerns Wenceslas's brother. It's he who will secure your place in our humble company.
And then I'll get cheaper beer, and you'll let me borrow your loaded dice?
Ha! You missed these people here by half a century. We call ourselves the Guild. We profess the ideals of equality and brotherhood. Our only law is the Holy Bible. Worldly justice is as fickle as a common whore, yielding to those who are in power.
Justice for me or the gallows. Aren't you afraid to end up there?
Friend, one must be willing to suffer for the truth. Sigismund is a usurper. And the church and the magistrates are but a lowly horse spreading her legs for Sigismund. As long as we go against Sigismund and honour the scripture, our souls remain pure.
What if I go and tell the bailiff you're calling him a whore? Just out of courtesy, you know?
Go ahead. Perhaps you are one of the lucky ones who are not harmed by Sigismund's presence in Bohemia. Maybe you don't mind selling a piece of your conscience by ratting us out. As for me, I will go to the town hall with my head held high. But you?
Yeah, don't worry. I was just teasing you. I think the same of Sigismund. Tell me about your operation here.
We are who we are, and we do what we do. Like the early church of Jesus' apostles, in unity and fidelity to his words. I'm in charge. I plan all our missions. Goliath is the muscle. Knuckles, well, he mostly complains. But he also knows his way around locks. But we're all equal. We share the profits equally, but we don't do it for the wealth. We want to drive Sigismund out of this town.
How can I join you?
You want to join us already? I don't have to talk you into it. That's great. We're not particular about formalities. Let's just have a beer, and then you're one of us.
Here's to the Guild.
To the Guild! That reminds me. I'd like to throw a feast for the poor. The bigger the better.
Didn't you say you were just ordinary people with no money?
We are. And this is where Sigismund comes in. Because he's going to pay for the feast out of his own pocket.
That was a good one. How are you going to make that happen?
Me? No. You'll make it all happen. Listen carefully. Sigismund seized land down in the valley near Pach and built his personal warehouse on it, right under our noses as a provocation. There he stores fancy foods and gifts for his commanders, and for that red-bearded gob of his. Sausages, smoked meats, foreign spices, and more. Fancy delicacies from Italy, Hungary, Slavonia, and all the other shitholes where he owns land. While we're eating porridge and cabbage all the time. You will steal all the food you can carry from that warehouse. And as a nice token, you will leave there... Let's see... What would you leave there?
Ugh, my back.
That cabbage you said you were eating all the time?
Brilliant! Get at least one head from the greengrocer and leave it there for Sigismund. Let him eat for once what we have in our bowls almost every day. But I'm warning you right now, no violence. Don't even think about slitting anyone's throat in that warehouse. The job isn't to punish some poor sod on guard duty. Is that clear?
Got it. What should I do with the stolen food?
You'll give it to the beggars. Let them feast like kings for once. It's not hard to find poor people in the town. Just go to the gates or churches and you'll surely come across some. There are also tents full of them in Minor Street, Church Street or Cobbler Street. When you're done, come and see me and we'll figure out what to do next.
Sigismund will be fucking livid he can't enjoy his fine sausages. Can I expect any help from you?
If you need some tools, stop by Knuckles. That's all I can help you with.
All right. I'll head out.
Good luck.
Oh, well.
Are you going to bake bread today?
What would you like?
I'd like something to eat and to spend the night.
It would be an honor, good sir. And for how long?
I'd like to stay longer.
I'll give you my best room, sir. Will you pay up front?
Let's talk about the price.
All right, then.
Is this enough?
You really won't convince me like this. Agreed, then. The room's yours. You're going to like it here, sir. The rooms are clean and a cauldron of good food to go with them.
God be with you. Greetings.
Is it true you hold fights here?
No bloody way. What we do here has nothing to do with fighting. Teeth fly in all directions, bones crack, blood flows. It's a bloodbath.
Innkeeper, what's taking so long?
That sounds like something for me.
As you wish. But if Damian, Zavish or Goliath slice you into schnitzel, don't come crying to me.
You can't scare me. I'm in.
Have it your way. I warned you. First, pay me the entry fee.
Here.
Well, let's see. A fight with Damian is first up for you. If he doesn't get you by force, he will certainly get you by pure stench alone.
Can't wait.
Zavish is up second. When he fights, it's a joy to behold. But there's this one catch. When he's sober, he's not worth a damn. If you want to fight with him, you have to make certain he's got some drinks in him.
And can't you get those drinks into him yourself? You run this place, don't you?
I could, but Zavish has quite a tab here already, so he won't get even a drop on the house anymore. But I won't let him fight if he's sober. Do with that what you may. The last one is Goliath, our champion. Nobody's ever defeated him here.
Maybe I'll be the first.
I know Goliath, and I know what he's capable of. If you value your life, when you go down, stay down. Well, and that's that. We hold the fights in the building next door. The lads will already be waiting for you there. And one more thing. No giving up. You fight as long as you're standing, and if you lose, well, you'll see.
Wonderful. Where did the skeleton come from?
Ah, another newcomer who hasn't heard of Hugo. I'm happy to tell you because it's a hilarious tale. Have you got the time?
I sure do. Tell me.
Well, then listen carefully. 10 years ago, back when the tavern belonged to another fella, miners used to gather here and play dice for money. Miners are not very rich, and they often lost what little they had to live on. Their wives were understandably pissed off, so they came up with a plan. They clubbed together to buy a skeleton of a hanged man from the executioner, and they hid it in the cupboard where the miners kept their dice, thinking they would take it as a sign from God. But when the drunken men opened the cupboard and saw the skeleton, they were amused. They sat it down next to them, gave her a drink, and even threw the dice when it was the skeleton's turn.
The wives' plan didn't work out so well.
The miners don't come here anymore, but Hugo, as he came to be called, stayed. The miners don't come here anymore, but Hugo, as he came to be called, stayed. I'm telling you, he'll be still sitting here long after our bones are in the ground. Good story, right?
Great. I'd have a drink with Hugo in a heartbeat. What's new in the city?
Oh, there was this bloke here in fancy clothes. His name was Johann Parler. He said he was looking for a blacksmith who'll take on any job. Why don't you go and see him? I think he said he lived in the inn, in the merchant's quarter. And if you've got the stomach for it, you could go and see our executioner, Hinek. He said he was looking for a blacksmith. But what decent person would go near him?
And where can I find him?
His house is beyond the town, on the road to Sedlets. And that's about it.
That doesn't sound bad. Thank you, innkeeper. where can I find my room?
The guest rooms are upstairs. Yours has a green wreath above the door.
Greetings.
Greetings to you, friend. God grant you health.
Greetings.
Did you hear that Dirk's down? Shagging noses.
I'll be right there.
If you know it, then so does half the town.
Why did you start fighting?
I'm a pungy beggar with almost no teeth. What have I got to lose here?
The innkeeper said the fellas often break bones here. Aren't you scared of that?
That's a load of shit. Mole likes to exaggerate. Just because it happened a couple of times doesn't mean it's common. Did he also tell you Goliath beat someone to death here?
No.
Don't worry. It was a long time ago.
Come and fight.
All right, then. But I have another proposal. Mole gets his share from the fees, but only the winner gets the spoils. So, what would you say to a wee bet? So us weaker fighters have a chance.
You know, why not?
Mighty kind of you. Ready? Ha!
Kick his teeth out!
Are you going to try, you orphan? Kurva! I'm wounded. You carved into the wrong hole, you cunt! You won't get... Such a wanker, and he kicks my arse.
What do you mean, wanker? Getting your ass kicked once wasn't enough?
Just you wait. Zavish will wipe that smirk off your face. Here, take the money and get out of my sight, you prick.
Excuse Are you a bit blurry?
Could you please explain why you only fight when you're in your cups?
That's easy. When I'm sober, I get easily distracted and find it hard to focus. The booze clears my head, and I can think only about how to rough up the churl in front of me.
Shall we fight?
I've got a bit of a dry throat. Let me just have a drink first, then we can.
Working their asses off.
Take care, and God be with you.
Greetings.
Tell me about yourself. Where are you from, and what brought you here?
Don't you have anything better to do than listen to that kind of rubbish? All right. I'm from Kuttenberg, son of a tailor. I studied at the university in Prague and met a lot of interesting people there. And let me tell you this. The wisest people in this kingdom know a big change is coming.
You mean that reformation you like to talk about?
A great wind will come and sweep away that which has no firm roots. Then the rain comes and moistens the soil so that new grain can grow on it.
Could you stop with the metaphors?
You're not stupid. I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. There's not much more I could tell you about myself. Except maybe when this is all over and we've established this brave new world, I will return to my studies.
I'm interested in the guild.
Plato or Aristotle?
The guild.
Right. Are you interested in our ideals or the group in general? Generally speaking, we are just ordinary peasants. Paupers, beggars, common rabble. At least that's what they like to call us. The lowest of the townsfolk. But if we're the dregs of the city, we still hold our bare asses high and have a passion for a good cause in our hearts.
Bye for now, Henry.
What a load of shit.
Let's talk about the...
Well...
Do we have a...
More. I was glad to be of help to you. Good day.
Greetings to you too.
So much to do.
Would you like to raise a cup with me?
Do I know you?
Of course. We were drinking here to...
Ah, well... I don't remember anything about that, but it sounds like me. I'd be happy to drink with you. Here you go. My treat. But not a peep in front of Mole. He mustn't find out I have money, or he want me to pay for everything I owe.
Here's something to drink. Enjoy.
I was pretty damn thirsty. Bottoms up!
Now do you feel like fighting?
No, not yet. But we're almost there. Could you find another drop?
Another drink for your other leg?
You're a fella I don't meet every day. Gloria!
Well, how about that fight?
Absolutely.
Should we fight?
Aye! But what do you say to a bet first? So we get something out of this.
Good idea. Here you are.
Sacre. I can't seem to count it. Well, I trust you. If worse comes to worse, I'll lose on it. Let's fight!
Kick his teeth out! Get the
Day's a load of rubbish.
What kind of shit is that?
Punch his face in!
Take him down! Take him down!
Hurry up! I have to take a piss.
Get moving, you lazy bone!
Get a move on you! Get moving, some blood! Punch his face in! Get moving, you lazy bone!
I feel quite hungry!
Punch his face in!
Rip his guts out!
Hurry up!
For the cross!
Take him down! Take him down!
Still believe in yourself? Hurry up! Take that!
Get move on, you snail!
Get moving, you lazy bones!
Get move on, you snail!
Turn your ass backwards!
Rip his guts out!
Turn your ass backwards!
My grandma could beat him in a fight!
Good fight.
Good, good. My skull's still spinning from it. Or is that from the drink? Lord knows. You get the whole bet, and don't drink it up right away.
Gawking at me.
It looks like Mole is pretty certain you're going to win. Is it true no one's ever defeated you?
Oh, I reckon it's really true. But it wasn't for lack of them trying, you know.
Where'd you learn to fight like that?
My father gave me thrashings when I was little. He only stopped when I broke both his hands. Ever since then, No one's defeated me.
Tell me, how did you end up here? And what do you do here?
Chenyek pulled me out of the ditch and offered me a new life. Literally. I've been helping him with his the thing he's doing.
You say that like it doesn't matter to you one bit.
Chenyek matters to me. He's a great friend, and I owe him a lot. I believe what he's doing is right.
So you just do what he tells you?
Pretty much. And since I've been doing it, my life has been so much better.
Don't you have some plans and aims of your own?
When Chenyek gets what he wants, I'll open my own tavern. Until then, I'll be at his beck and call.
You don't seem to have many opinions of your own, do you?
What good would they do me? Everything Chenyek says makes sense to me. At least the parts I understand. So why come up with something of my own?
Tell me more about the guild.
Look, I'm not much of a talker. You should ask Chenyek. All I can tell you is that we're a good bunch of nice people. Poor, but kind.
Shall we fight?
No problem. So, come and bet. You can't take any groschen to the grave anyway.
Well, why not? Here you go.
Now, say goodbye to your life.
Punches! Turn him off backwards! Turn him
Fucking hell! Good goals I'll take you on. I'm just getting warmed up, you shit.
I feel quite hungry!
I'll take you. I'll take you on. I've been crushing men's bones for so long, and then this squirt comes along and... fuck me.
You know how it is. Everything has to end someday.
Yeah, fuck you. You should tell Mole about it. His head's gonna explode when he hears you beat me. Maybe I'll inherit this place then.
Excuse me.
I won all the fights.
No fucking way! Goliath isn't the undefeated champion anymore! Who'd have reckoned?
Couldn't last forever.
Anyway, the reward is yours. Here you go. One for Damian, another for Zavish, the third for Goliath, and a fourth one, just for surviving.
Thanks.
By the way, if you haven't had enough fighting yet, go and look around the cemetery at St. Bartholomew at night.
The cemetery? It's a bit late for fights there, isn't it?
If you meet who I'm talking about, you'll be glad if you don't end up staying there.
What's new in the city?
Nothing much. If you're looking to make some coin, I don't know about anything new.
Stop that, Christian. You're behaving like a child.
Easy, good horse. Go!
Good day.
How'd you get into your trade?
I took it over from my pa, who took over from his grandpa on his ma's side. What else can a kid who grows up in an executioner's house do anyway, eh?
What sort of work does an executioner have to do?
You mean apart from executions, eh? Anything that nobody else wants to do, basically. I get rid of carcasses, I'm in charge of the cesspits, I collect taxes from lepers and whores.
Oh, that doesn't sound so terrible. Oh, it's a dirty job, for sure. But better than breaking rocks somewhere down in the mines.
I think so too. Rather than muscles, you need strong faith and a strong stomach.
And it doesn't bother you that you have to, you know...
Deliver justice? Those bastards put their head in the noose the moment they started stealing, killing and sinning. But let me tell you, being an executioner is one thing, but being a judge is much worse. Deciding people's fates. Christ. Even I wouldn't have the stomach for that.
I don't believe that. I'm sure this kind of work must weigh on your conscience, doesn't it?
Oh, please. After so many years of service. Aye, it's tough sometimes. Like when you have to break some young girl on the wheel while she screams for mercy. But you just have to stay strong and believe in God's providence.
Being an executioner must be a lonely life, eh?
True, I don't get a lot of invitations to Sunday lunch, but I get crowds of people coming to see me. You know how it is. Magic amulets from executions are worth their weight in gold.
So you're not lonely?
Not at all. I have more work than I can handle, and I'm always on the road. I have to ride out to places that don't have their own executioner.
I've been told you're looking for a blacksmith.
Aye, I'd like a new sword, but aren't you put off by me?
Work is work, isn't it?
And coin is coin, even if given by an unclean hand.
And why do you want a new sword, anyway? Are people here so stiff-necked that you broke the old one?
No, it just brings me nothing but bad luck. Ever since that bloody botched execution in Ratai.
What execution?
In Ratai. They invited me to do a job there recently, but it went sideways. First the rope broke, then a bloke condemned to torture died as soon as I touched him, and it took me 5 slashes to behead the last one. Since then, I've been really down on my luck, and I'm bloody sick of it. So I thought I could have a new sword made to bring me good luck.
And very bad luck to your customers.
Stop joking around and listen. When I was a lad, my father used to tell me about lucky charms. I want you to use them to make me a sword, understand?
So what do you want me to make the sword from? I can forge a lot of things, but don't expect me to weave a scabbard of 4-leaf clovers.
Don't worry, I've got it all figured out. I've chosen 4 charms that shouldn't be difficult to use. First is a bezoar. You could put it in the pommel. Then a horseshoe, which could be forged into a crossguard, but that won't be easy to find. Next is a hangman's noose. You could use it as a wrap. And finally, a hareskin, which you can use to cover the scabbard.
I've dealt with a knacker. I can deal with an executioner as well.
You won't regret it, you'll see. So, like I said, you'll need a bezoar, a hair pelt, a hangman's noose, and a lucky horseshoe.
You should have a lot of used hanging rope around, right?
What would I be saving it for? But I did hang this cheating gambler recently. Ha! Get it? His noose must be even luckier than one from a regular fella.
Oh, aye. Ending up hanged is a real stroke of luck. So where's this fella hanging?
That's the thing. Nowhere. They buried him outside the cemetery wall in Loretz.
Oh, that's fucked then.
Not quite. Lennox the gravedigger is terribly superstitious. He'd never take the noose off the neck of a hangman. He's afraid of them. All you need to do is sneak over there and dig up the corpse.
All right. That doesn't sound difficult or dangerous at all.
It's very well paid, though.
What's with the horseshoe, then? I could easily forge one myself and then use it for the sword.
No, I need a magical horseshoe, straight from the hoof of a ghost horse.
Damn it. I had 6 of those, but I just threw them out.
Just laugh, you twit, but you won't be laughing long. Have you seen the big burnt-out forest between old Kuttner and Grund? They say that at night a huge, spectral, pitch-black horse runs through there, and the clinking of its horseshoes wakes the dead. And you're going to bring me one of those horseshoes, and you'll use it when forging the sword. Got it?
Do you seriously expect me to be wandering through a charred forest at midnight looking for some apparition?
If you want this job, then yes.
All right. But I hope when I come back empty-handed, you'll think up something more reasonable. Bezoar? What is that? Some kind of stone, I gather.
Exactly. A stone that cures poisoning and brings good luck. Sometimes you can find it in the stomachs of animals, but don't go poaching any deer, or you'll end up being my next customer. You'd be better off buying it from a herbalist.
Getting a hareskin shouldn't be too difficult.
Of course not. You just hit the hair behind the ears, or ask some tanner to sell you one.
So I'll find the noose by the cemetery. The pelt and the bezoar can simply be bought or obtained from animals. And the horseshoe, well, I'll be chasing ghosts for that one. I think I know everything I need.
I knew we'd make a deal, and here's something for you. Think of it as a down payment. I'd help you with the other stuff too, but considering my luck, I reckon it wouldn't be a good idea.
Thanks. And don't worry, the sword will be so exquisite, people will be lining up for execution.
I can't wait to see that. It was good to see you, my friend.
Quick!
Who's there?
Easy. Nice and slow.
Greetings to you.
What do you have for sale? I'd like to discuss the... How's this?
You'll... You see? Pleasure doing business. Take care.
You almost ran me over.
Slowly. Nice and slow. Go! Oh,
welcome here, noble sir.
I thought it was old Bart, but then I heard him coughing his lungs up in the yard again today.
Any change? Help the poor cripple.
Greetings.
I brought you some food.
Sweet Jesus, I can't believe it. I must be dreaming. So much food. Who do I thank for this feast?
For everything, thank the local guild and King Wenceslas.
Is this how the guild takes care of us? Wonderful. May God bless our King Wenceslas.
See you later, Henry.
Come and take your pick. Stores loaded.
Good afternoon.
I brought you some food.
Dear God, I must be dreaming. So much food. It's like a royal feast. I'll feed my whole family and have some left over for the neighbours. Who should I thank for these gifts?
All this is from the Kuttenberg Guild and the good King Wenceslas.
Is this how the guild takes care of us? Wonderful. May God bless our King Wenceslas.
I brought you some food.
Dear God, I must be dreaming. So much food, it's like a royal feast. I'll feed my whole family and have some left over for the neighbours. Who should I thank for these gifts?
For everything, thank the local guild and King Wenceslas.
Is this how the guild takes care of us? Wonderful. May God bless our King Wenceslas.
It was good to see you, my friend.
Greetings. What do you want?
I brought you some food.
Sweet Jesus! I can't believe it! I must be dreaming. So much food. I'll feed my whole family and have some left over for the neighbours. Who do I thank for this feast?
All this is from the Kuttenberg Guild and the good King Wenceslas.
Is this how the guild takes care of us? Wonderful! May God bless our King Wenceslas. Take care.
Welcome, sir. What can I do for you?
I brought you some food.
Dear God, I must be dreaming. So much food. It's like a royal feast. I'll fill my belly and even have some left over for tomorrow. Who should I thank for these gifts?
All this is from the Kuttenberg Guild and the good King Wenceslas.
Is this how the guild takes care of us? Wonderful. May God bless our King Wenceslas. Farewell.
Take your pick.
My God, that looks like
Come closer. Don't be shy. Stop beating him.
You got a moment, lad? You're new here, aren't you? Has Chenyek talked the head off you already?
We spoke.
I'll give you some good advice to start with. Don't listen to his bollocks about a fairer society and the honourable struggle for a better tomorrow. It's just bullshit to mess with newcomers like you. By the way, they call me Knuckles.
Why'd he do it? Let him have it over the head. Huh? Nice hit. Yeah, we'll finish this quickly. Shame on you. Big mistake, you cunt. These days, no one's ever really safe. This has been going on too long. Unbelievable. You led him on nicely. That won't work on me. Why did he do it?
Greetings, friend. And with you?
Christ, I don't have the whole day for you. Oh, not this again. I hope he doesn't hurt anyone else. What's the matter? Shit yourself. Go fuck yourself. Don't spare him. Fuck. Now you're for it, you shit. Shame on you. This has been going on too long. No, you don't. Why'd he do it? Take that. That won't work on me.
It sounded pretty convincing to me.
Aye. Chenyek can sweet-talk people like no other. I mean, Chenyek talks about sharing stuff fairly and how we don't do it for the money. But you know what? It's horseshit. It's every man for himself down here, even if they say otherwise. And Chenyek just gives it such a nice polish.
Are you saying he lied to me?
More like, he didn't tell you the whole truth. I heard from friends that Sigismund has a bottle of very fine wine somewhere in his warehouse. The kind of wine that you don't often see in these parts. I have a buyer for it. So if you bring it to me, I'll give you half the coin he's paying for it.
That hit home. You'll be fucking sorry.
That sounds reasonable. What do you know about the wine?
I knew we'd get along. The wine is in a warehouse somewhere. If you find it and bring it to me, I'll give you a better price for it than any merchant in the town. So think about it. The buyer I got is particularly interested in this bottle.
I'll look for it. Chenyek said you could give me some gear too.
All that talk about equality, brotherhood. But when it comes to lockpicks, I'm supposed to give you stuff from my own stash. Here's something you might find useful.
Thank you.
I hope you'll kick the bucket, you shit.
Tell me more about yourself.
What can I tell you? I was born on a dunghill and I'll die on a dunghill. With the guild, even the likes of me have a chance to sleep in a normal bed sometimes and have some decent food.
Don't you have any dreams or purpose?
Listen, pal, you can't eat dreams for breakfast. And my only purpose is to live to see another day. Believe me, I'll do anything for that.
Let him have it over the head. This is unbelievable.
What can you tell me about the guild?
I'm not going to lie to your face like the others. Let me spare you the bullshit. We're just a bunch of really desperate people who have no choice but to steal. We're scrambling as hard as we can, and all this talk about fighting Sigismund is just a fairy tale for the dim-witted.
So why does the guild really do what it does?
To survive! I bet. When Sigismund finally fucks off one beautiful day, the guild will keep on doing what we've always done, only with a different enemy.
So you're not in it for the noble cause, I gather?
That's right. At least I'm willing to admit it. But the others seem to really believe the stories about society where all folk are equal.
This is unbelievable. Christ, I don't have the whole day for you.
So I stole the wine from Sigismund's storehouse, as you asked.
Splendid. And what are you going to do with it?
Ain't had enough yet.
Here you go. And I want the half you promised me.
Don't worry. I've got the groschen saved for you. Here they are.
Thank you.
No, thank you, brother. Thank you. It was good to see you, Henry.
Too long. Good. We're gonna gut them, you horse.
Somebody's lying here. I'll be right with you.
What the? Excuse me.
Are you all right?
I apologize.
Hey, wake up.
I did what you asked me to do.
Great! So you robbed the chest and fed the poor?
I robbed the chest and left the cabbage in it.
Ha ha! Great work! He's in for a big surprise, the red-headed fucker. Good work! What about the beggars?
I fed as many people as I could.
You're a hero. Folk will really appreciate that, you know. They've never eaten like this before. Now, that wasn't so hard, was it? And that feeling of satisfaction. We may not be any richer, and yet...
You know what? I'm beginning to understand the guild's modesty.
See? And now, let's talk about your next job. Just before I tell you more about it, try talking to Rat. I'm sure there are a few side jobs for a chap like you. And Goliath could teach you how to throw a proper punch. He's the best brawler far and wide.
You said you have some more work for me. What is it?
Well, you might have noticed there's some houses in Kuttenberg with peculiar symbols on them.
Of course I have.
I figured someone like you would notice them right away. But I'm sure you don't know why they're there, eh?
What are they for?
Before we was here, before the guild, even before Sigismund turned up, this whole place was under the thumb of another gang. They didn't have a name, and they wasn't aiming at a greater cause like us. They was mostly thieves, but it was hard to get the drop on them, on account of how cunning they was.
And they used these symbols?
They thought them up.
And what were they for, these symbols?
It was a way of marking houses. One of the crew drew a symbol to send a message to the others.
Smart idea. But what's it got to do with me?
Being able to use them symbols would come in plenty handy for us. Think of all the benefits. We tracked down one of the old gang recently. His name's Hinek, but he used to call himself Greaser. He was a bit of a know-it-all and made fun of everything. I sent Hogg to find out the meaning of the symbols from him, but I'd rather someone else kept an eye on him.
Where can I find this Hinek Greaser fella?
I'm glad you're up for it.
Just a moment.
His house is on the edge of the check quarter, near the gate. Bye for now, Henry.
Here you go. And what can I get for you? Whatever.
They pour the beer on the table.
Here it is.
What's the...
Am I supposed to open my mouth and wait for it to rain?
Hey, Henry, come over here.
Chenyak wants me to do something.
What does he want this time? That idiot would be better off finding himself a woman instead of thinking up damn fool shit. Let me guess. It's something real important that'll help us in our noble cause.
I'm supposed to keep an eye on Hogg, who went to find out the meaning of the old thieves' symbols around Kuttenberg.
And what do you think about it? Are you gonna help him?
What do you think about it?
I think it's a great opportunity for both of us.
You think so?
Look here, friend. If you find out something about them symbols and tell me, and I mean only me, I promise you, we'll make a fortune out of it. They ain't just any old symbols. They're thieves' symbols, see? Help me out, and you won't regret it.
I'll have to think about it.
Don't wear your brain out. There ain't nothing to think over. When you find out more about them symbols, you know where to find me. See you later, my friend.
Bloody fraud. I mean, who the hell does he think he is? He's not the one with the itchy prick.
Careful.
He didn't tell you anything.
Didn't even...
Welcome. What can I do for you?
I'm in trouble, and I need a bit of help.
What is it? Have you been pissing into the wind?
Oh, figuratively speaking, I could be risking my neck.
You're in deep shit, I take it. What's the story?
I've been dragged into a dispute between a Bohemian and a Hungarian nobleman. The whole thing might just end in a bloodbath, so I could use a few good men who won't shit themselves when the going gets tough.
Sure, I'll help you. And I'll take Hogg with me. He's useless in a fight. Well, at least you can hide behind him.
Good. Go in the direction of Horshan, and then turn towards Miskovitz. Find the hill with a mill on top. That's where we'll meet. Got it? There'll be something in it for you if things go well.
You can count on me.
I'd like to learn something.
What are you interested in?
Show me a wrestling trick.
Fine. Well, it'll take some time.
I'd like to learn something.
What do you want to know?
I'd like to be more skillful with an axe.
Fine. Well, it'll take some time.
Well, good day.
Welcome. What can I do for you?
I'm Henry, the new member of the guild.
I'm Wrapped. That's what they call me. My nimble fingers can deal with any lock. Me and Hog, we're the main workforce in the guild. Hog is my best friend.
Chenyek said you might have some work on the side for me.
Sure. You did a pretty good job last time. I'll give you that. So, I think you can be trusted.
So, do you have something?
You know the rules. If I tell you about it, you can't back out.
I know how it is. I'll do it.
Good. But there's a catch. It's not dangerous, it's just not for the faint of heart. You see, a certain mine owner recently kicked the bucket, and we need to bring him back to life. That Hanneman rot may have been a cunt, but he sure was rich, and above all, childless. So, by law, the church, the city, and that Hungarian whoreson son Sigismund will all get a share of his property.
And what do you want me to do?
Fortunately, Rot was vain enough to be buried in a tomb with his rings, and more importantly, his seal. Now do you get it?
Ah, I understand. The guild could use the seal to conclude a few interesting binding contracts, eh?
Most astute. Exactly so. Bring me the seal, and whatever else you find on the way is yours. Corpses can always be difficult, so if you want any good luck charms, just say so.
Where is the dead mine owner's tomb?
Right in the Sedlet's graveyard in the underground ossuary. Just look for a freshly bricked hole in the wall. It might be marked with something.
How do I get to the underground ossuary?
That's the hard part. But maybe one of the monks that take care of the ossuary will help you. There's always one nearby. You just have to figure out how to approach him.
What does the seal look like?
Nothing special. Just a bronze seal on a neck chain.
Good. Now I know everything.
So, break a leg, brother.
Tell me more about these thieves' charms.
One couldn't get by without them in our profession. You can usually buy them cheap from an executioner or knacker, since they're the only ones who can cut into corpses. Fingers, hair, veins, teeth, and fingernails. They're all good if you want to be lucky and not get caught red-handed.
Do you have one of those thieves' charms for good luck?
Naturally. Tried and true. Yours for a few groschen.
I don't know. Maybe I'll buy it later.
As you wish. But you could use it now.
Tell me about yourself. Where did you come from? What are you doing here?
I'm doing what I've always done. I'm stealing. But now, I'm doing it for a higher purpose. Because I only steal from the enemies of the Kingdom of Bohemia.
Have you ever thought about finding more honest work?
And let others rob me blind on my earnings? Thanks, friend. I think I'll stick with stealing.
What do you think of the guild?
If you want to talk, go to Chenyek. He's the chatty one. All I can tell you is that ever since the guild began, even thievery makes more sense. Suddenly, I don't feel so guilty. And a part of every haul goes to the poor, so everyone is happy.
Isn't that just an excuse?
Not at all, friend. You can see the results with your own eyes. Most of the city is on our side.
What do you have for sale? Let's talk about the...
You really... Aye.
Michael? What are you doing here?
È un'ingiustizia. You're the one who should be locked up. To sin is human, to forgive divine. So may God forgive you all for being such pricks.
Michael? What are you doing here?
È un'ingiustizia. You're the one who should be locked up.
How did you end up here?
It's your fault. Some merchant saw our loot and started yelling that we stole it. I tried to calm him, but he took the pearls I was regaling him with and dashed them to pieces. So George punched him in the face.
God be with you.
To sin is human, to forgive divine. So may God forgive you all for being such pricks.
George? Is that you?
Henry, don't even look at me.
What exactly happened to you?
It's your fault. Why the fuck didn't you tell us the loot was stolen?
You didn't ask.
You arsehole. Your mother was a toothless cow who suckled you on pus and piss. You see him, everybody? It was him. He's the one who stole the loot.
Last chance. Fine wares.
Apples! Juicy apples! Yellow and red! Try some apples!
Jugs here, big and small. Jugs for sale. Fair prices. Fine wares.
Vegetables! Horseradish! Delicious horseradish! Come and get some wonderful horseradish!
Fine wares. Thin bowls, strong pots. Inexpensive but high quality.
Delicious pears! Juicy pears!
Fuck, Henry. We'll compose a new ode to you.
Let's
for
hurry
this.
back to Gelion. These big cities aren't for the likes of us.
Pots for sale. Big strong pots. Pots here.
Just imagine. The other day, I was standing in the yard when I saw this cloud in the sky. The cloud looked just like you.
I reckon it must have been a storm cloud.
Doesn't
Greetings,
spoil!
sir.
Come and buy some good bread!
Axes, pans, nails. Take your pick. All quality wares. Tools. Iron tools.
Guten Tag, mein Freund. I hope you find what you look for.
You're always welcome, sir. I apologize.
Excuse me.
Greetings to you two.
You've no business here. Come now, you've no... Good. And don't come back till you've learned your manners.
God bless.
I'm sorry.
Ave Maria.
God grant you health.
You shouldn't be bothering us here.
Greetings.
I think I heard about you in a fight club.
Really? About me? What did they tell you? And who, pray tell, are you?
Well, first things first, I'm Henry, from Skalitz.
František is my name.
They told me I'd find the strongest competitor here. If it's not you, then I must be looking for some ghost.
I know this place like the back of my hand, and I've never seen a spook here. So I reckon you really are looking for me.
How does a city gravedigger like you become the best fighter in the area?
From necessity. The cemetery looks like a quiet place, but at night it can get pretty lively.
So I wasn't far from the truth with those ghosts.
I take good care of the cemetery, so the deceased rest in peace and wouldn't even think of haunting anyone. But I'm always chasing out drunkards and young couples who disturb the peace and quiet here. Mine and all those under the ground.
Do you still go and fight people just for fun once in a while?
I used to do it all the time. I went to the tavern after work and picked a fight with whoever crossed my path. I've even spent a few nights under lock and key when I overdid it.
That sounds like quite a wild youth.
Water under the bridge. I've turned a new leaf. I'm even on the bailiff's good side nowadays. That's because I can handle guarding this place all on my own.
I challenge you to a fight. Man to man.
Now, in broad daylight. Someone will see us and there'll be trouble. Come at night. It'll be quiet and no one will disturb us.
All right then. I'll challenge you to a...
Then you shall have it. Aye, but first, let's clear up some rules.
All right.
First of all, fight like a man. I'm not going to chase you around here like a scared nanny goat. You stick your nose outside the cemetery wall and you're finished. If you've had enough, feel free to give up. I won't hurt you intentionally. I'm not a monster.
Do you expect the same from me?
No. On principle, I fight as long as I can stand on my own 2 feet. And be so kind and try not to stomp around here too much, so those under the ground here have some peace and quiet.
All right.
We'll go over there. There'll be more space. Ready? Ah! 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 Useless!
There's no escape!
No chance! Watch and learn!
No mercy!
Aha! Go, Peachy!
For glory! I feel quite hungry! There. That's that.
God's wound. Oh, I haven't got a beating like that since I buried my pa.
Don't be hard on yourself. You're no pushover either.
You'd better believe it. And my best years are long gone. Well, you beat me fair and square, I admit it. Perhaps God sent you to me as a sign I should take it easy in my old age.
Well, it's true someone sent me here. But it wasn't God.
But with a successor like you, I don't really mind. So you won't think I'm a monster, I'd like to give you something as a reward. I don't have much, but I could teach you something. What do you say to that?
I'd like to learn something new.
I can show you how to deal with small repairs. Or tell you how to sneak up on someone so quietly, they only notice you once you're tickling them with the whip.
What can you teach me?
I don't know how to do all that much, but what I do know, I do it properly and with love.
What sort of skills does a gravedigger need to have?
Here in the graveyard, there's nary a moment when nothing needs fixing. That I can handle. And sometimes grave robbers and such vermin find their way in here. I can sneak up on them so quietly they don't notice me until they get the whip.
Well, both of those sound useful.
But before we get started, this is not going to be for free. Got it?
I understand. I'd be happy to pay you.
Great. So what are you interested in?
Will you share some of your wrestling tricks?
You know how it is. The most important thing is to not get knocked off balance. All right, then. Let me teach you a few things. Let's get started.
I'd like to learn something new.
But before we get started, this is not going to be for free. Got it?
I understand. I'd be happy to pay you.
Great. So what are you interested in?
I'd like to learn something about your craft.
Grave digging is not for everyone. You have to work with people, and that means... And of course, dig... All right, then.
I'd like to learn something new.
So, what would you like?
Tell me how to be as...
I've been doing... Well, all right, then. What? Huh? Strange. I heard something. To hell with it. Huh? I must be mad. Are you 5 years old? Stop that! Ah! That's a lot of blood.